Alright guys, my name is clownloveoc and welcome to Middle-earth Shadow War. This is my commentary track.
I had a family once. A wife.
This is beautiful.
And a son. And I buried them along with everyone I even knew. What has happened to me? Am I dead?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. We are bound together, Talion. My life and yours.
Who are you, Wraith?
I shaped the history of Middle-earth. I crafted the Rings of Power.
Celebrimbor, the greatest smith of the Second Age. Sauron deceived you into making the rings. He tortured both you and your kin.
Perhaps that pain is what connects us.
I should have died with my family.
I thought you wanted revenge. But there is only one way to close the circle. To defeat Sauron.
The time has come for a new ring.
The world of men is ending. I have seen it. I have felt it. In the fires of Mount Doom, a ranger and a wraith, bound together in death, craft the one thing that could challenge the Dark Lord. A ring of power. But power can blind those who seek it, and even the strongest bonds can be broken. The future I have seen cannot come to pass.
Celebrimbor.
Death calls to you again, Ranger. How do you answer?
Talion, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor. What's wrong, my love?
The past is the past. Nothing can be changed.
We must leave this place. We can go now.
The two rings. More death.
The Wraith calls to you. I call to you.
Wraith! Where are you?
We wait was for you.
He calls your name. Talion. Talion.
Celebrimbor.
Alright guys, let's get straight into it. All I'm going to do here is pretty much kill everyone. And please note, I am doing pre-recordings, so I'm actually commentarying over a video that I've already done. But that's better for me because I love talking and it gives me hands free to do whatever I want. Like, have a wank or... I'm joking. So, if you don't know about the story, this one continues after Shadow of Mordor, and it's basically about Talion, a ranger from Gondor. He was at the Black Gate at the end of the first game. He was trying to create a new ring, and it's called the Ring of Power, which is basically the premise of the actual film, where he has the one ring to rule them all. That's pretty much what it is. But the problem with this one, like, Talion shares his body with a guy called Celebrimor, sorry. He's basically an elf lord who created the ring, and he got betrayed by Sauron, and he basically took over Talion's body. Talion's family got murdered in front of him, and then he got killed by the same people that, well, the people that were followers of Sauron before the Black Gate battle. But the whole premise of this game is Talion has a new ring where he can control Uroks and Ologs. These are basically the people we're fighting now. Basically orcs, if you know what I mean. That's pretty much what they are. But the premise of the game is you create an army of followers, as they call them. So if they're red, they're enemies. If they're blue, they are your allies. But you'll see that in the gameplay anyway. And I'll talk a little bit more about the actual different sort of Uroks and Ologs. Ologs are bigger, they're like big fuck off giants, they're part trolls. It is a complex game. You gotta use like a lot of strategy with your battling. It seems simple, but really it's not. And please note, I will not be talking through the cutscenes. I might comment now and again if it's something I find interesting and that I think you would enjoy. But at the moment, all I'm doing is killing everyone just to get points. You used to do that in Shadow of Mordor, the first game. You would kill everyone with stealth moves, and then you would build up Grant, as it's called. But yeah, this is going to be our second cutscene.
Celebrimor, what has been done to you?
You've kept us waiting. You've kept us waiting.
Three hits!
Spider does not forfeit its prey, Ranger. Not unless a greater is set before it. I called you here for a reason. I called you here.
You will return him to me. Now.
You are brave. For a man. But it is not your sword that will save him. How much are you willing to sacrifice? suffer.
I have given up everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
You want the ring?
You would give me the ring for the Wraith.
And find myself beside him in your web.
I am Shelob, and I deal only in truth. I wouldn't give it up either.
Wait! Time now! Take your prize.
I'm impressed, Stranger. He must mean something to you. Go to your puppet before he dies.
You have doomed us, Talion. Her power was vast before, and now you have given her mine. I poured my life force into that ring.
Then we must take it back.
The war you came to fight is not here. The ring is lost. So look to Minas Ithil and the Dark Lord's armies that surround it. Look to the Palantir. Sauron will not stop until all of Middle-earth is dominated.
The Palantir must be protected.
Minas Ithil. I must know if Shelob's vision holds true. The spiders showed us the truth. Gondor's last fortress in Mordor cannot fall.
The Palantir is our concern. We must seize it before it falls into Sauron's hands. With it, his armies will be unstoppable. The fate of the city matters not.
I will not let them be slaughtered like my brothers at the Black Gate. We need to do something. Taking out the captain should buy the Gondorians some time.
And they could lead us to the
So I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the story,
make him talk.
and I'm not going to spoil it for you because obviously if you haven't played it you want to know about it. So here we go. Shadow of War continues the narrative from Shadow of Mordor, following Talon, who is still infused with the spirit of the elf lord Celebrimbor. Talon and Celebrimbor travel to Mount Doom, where they forge a new ring of power to free Sauron's corruption. However, once the ring is complete, Celebrimbor is abducted and held hostage by Shelob, the cutscene that we saw.
Leading the search is in the lower city.
I'm going to skip a bit of the dialogue of the story, but I'll get on to why they get the ring. How they get the ring. Sauron realizes that Shelob is holding Celebrimbor's ring and sends the Nazgul to attack her. Talon is able to save Shelob, who returns the ring to him and tells him that the fate of Middle-earth is in his hand. With the ring back in the possession of Talon, begins to use his powers to dominate orcs and build his army. During this time he assists Idril and Baranor in rescuing the Gondorians. Survivors helps the nature spirit Kanan defeat the Balrog. Necromancer's dog is betrayed by one of his followers and hunts the Nazgul alongside Idril. So basically what I'm trying to say is Minas Ithil gets taken over by the Witch Kings. Not Sauron, the Witch Kings. The Witch Kings are the army of Sauron. They're the ones you see in the film on the horses who chase after fucking Frodo and Sam and shit. That's basically what they are. Talion loses the ring, but he gets it back by Shelob. Shelob predicts the fate of Middle-earth. She can predict the future. That's why she wants the ring again, so she can give pointers to Talion to help him. She's actually neutral on both sides, but she has a common enemy in Sauron. She wants to defeat the Dark Lord as well as Talion. But Celebrimbor doesn't want to kill Sauron, he wants to dominate him. So there's a little bit of a twist there. So I won't spoil it for the end, but I guess we'll just talk a little bit more about the Minas Ithil. So yeah, they forged the new ring. It got the elf lord Celebrimbor got captured by Shelob, who is actually the queen of spiders. She has different abilities, like she has the ability to predict the future. She can transform into a big fuck off black widow spider, and she can do a lot more stuff, but she's there to help Talion. She doesn't trust the elf lord, so there's a little bit of dialogue between them later on. And as you can see, Talion doesn't have the ring again, which I just have to point out. The voice actor Troy Baker is amazing in this. He's the voice to Talion, and his friend does the voice to Celebrimbor, so they're good mates. I actually don't know his name. I'll try and see if I got it in my notes. I did write everything down, you know, like. Alistair Duncan, that's it. Troy Baker as Talion, Alistair Duncan, and Shelob is played by Pollyanna McIntosh. And also you get to see Gollum in here. It's played by two people, one person I mean, Liam O'Brien, and Sauron's played by Steve Bloom, another great voice actor. But Troy Baker is one of my favourite game voice actors. If you didn't know who he is, he's the voice actor to Joel out of The Last of Us, and he's just brilliant. Like, he's just a brilliant actor, voice actor.
Enos Ethel still stands.
We're about to lose the middle city, Ranger. They'll be closing the gate if they haven't already. We need to get up there as fast as we can.
I'll be right behind you. Wait! What is your name?
Idril,
Talia.
don't fall behind, Talion. We've lost enough men today.
So here we are with Idril, the last Gondorian of Minas Ithil, and there's her father, who's basically a bit of a prick. Don't like him, never have. There's a lot of great characters in this. You've got Baranor, who's actually a DLC character. You play as him in the DLC, as well as Gabrielle, I think her name is, as the elf princess. She's basically got the light of Gadriel, which is another ring that's got power just like Talion's, but she basically is an assassin who runs around killing off the Witchkins and the Nazgul, as they're called, the Nazguls. But at the moment we've just got into the story. This is the siege part of the story, where they're at the siege, where you meet a lot of the characters in the game, the most important characters of the game. But yeah, it's just a siege. You got the Gondorians helping you out, which they're all Gondorians, the people in the black armor, and you can actually use them as followers who help you out in certain at certain points of the game. But that's a lot later on. We don't get a chance to dominate anyone yet. You get a lot of abilities in this game, which are great. My favourite one is the ice fall, I think it's called, where you freeze your enemy and then you can do repeated strikes on them, like kill them straight away. You've also got another one called Birds of Prey, where you use the bow. You can jump from a high ledge, and as you jump in you press L2 and R2, and that gives you like shot fire in the air. I'll show a bit of that off later on. But like I said, these are all pre-recorded games. These are not like the certain bits are not scripted that I haven't done a script on, but there are some bits that I've just like scripted. I just really love talking about this game. Honestly, I think this is the best game they made out of the Lord of the Rings series. It is part of the Lord of the Rings. This is way before Lord of the Rings. The actual movie, the first film, they're copying before that, so the Great War was before that. Before that film, I mean. So everyone knows that, but this is Talion who created the ring. And he's a great character. He's like the best protagonist you can get out of any game.
Quickly, under the gate!
Get moving!
you doing?
I won't be long. Go.
Have the archers provide support.
I'm not saying he's the best character out of every game in the whole world. Just for the Lord of the Rings series, I think he is the best character. Especially when he's fused with the body of an elf lord who gives him other abilities, as well as being a ranger who, you know, fought at the Black Gate. He fought in the war, you know, got killed, but he still survived. So basically every time he dies he's reanimated, and you know, he's still the same person, but he just reanimates because of the elf lord, who has unique abilities as well. So here we go, we get to meet Idrel's father, and I'm gonna be quiet for the cutscene, guys.
We've lost the Middle City. We made them pay for every inch of ground, but they now hold it.
Then our fate will be decided here. Our inner wall is our strongest, and we have double their archer.
We cannot match the orcs for their numbers or ferocity.
Now, our people have held back Sauron's forces before.
But some things were lost forever.
Yes, of course they were. Go to the Great Hall. Secure the relics.
My place is here.
Make sure they are taken to Henathanon.
Is that an order?
You must understand. We must protect what is most precious
At
at
all
all.
costs.
Yes. That is an order.
Then I'll see it done. But I'll be back on the wall before the next assault.
A ranger from the Black Gate. I thought you were all dead.
You heard the truth.
If you've come to fight for Minas Ithil, Ranger, report to Captain Berenor.
Not come to join your army, General, but for the Palantir and its safekeeping.
Protect the city, and the Palantir will be safe. However, our raiding parties are targeting enemy captains in the lower city.
You wish to spread terror in their ranks.
Yes. It's about time they tasted fear.
The men are assembled, General.
So now we'll go into the character skills. I'll show the screen, obviously I always do, and every time you win you get the skill points, and you level up, and whatever level you are, if you want to dominate an orc, you'll dominate an orc the same level as you. You can't go higher, they can't go higher than you, but they can go to a certain point of the game. I think the highest I've ever seen online is 131 or 130 of levels, and you do get online stuff like online sieges, online nemesis battles, which are great. I love doing nemesis battles because it sends if someone dies in the game who's played it online, it's always online anyway, so like different points go up, but
We will dismantle his whole
like
Minas Ithil. We will shift.
if they're online and they die and then you go to claim that, you get a loot box for free, get a gear box for free. I've never paid for loot boxes anyway, it's just a load of bullshit. I don't know why they included it in this game, but oh well. But if you kill them, it sends them a message saying this character, this person has defeated this guy, and they'll tell you how many times. You can do it as many times as you want, just building your character up, which is great. And a lot of times you are diverted from the main story. You want to build your characters up, you want to level them up as well to the same level, so if you do go for a siege, you know, they're at the same level as you, and it just makes sieges so much better. But I'll explain sieges a lot more when we get into it, because there is some tips I want to give you if you ever get this game and you want to basically follow it and make it a lot more easier for you. Sieges, I'll have to get onto them. I love doing sieges. I love taking over fortresses. I love building my armor, and I definitely love the ending of this game. It gives you a grip. But there's another side to the ending if you get the DLC, so I'll talk about the DLC when I actually do it. Now we're going to the Barrows, where we get a little bit of history of what happened before the Elf Lord lost the ring against Sauron. Gives you a bit of a history of like the story, and you know, the Elf Lord, you get to know him a lot more. There's a lot of great stuff about the game that gives you a little bit more history into the game, but a little bit more history about the ring, as well as Sauron and Celebrimbor, and also Talion, stuff like that. It's just great. So I'll be quiet for this cutscene so you actually get it.
In a bygone age, my army marched on Mordor. We buried our honored dead in barrows like this one. Our greatest warriors are preserved here, protected by powerful magic. And we use all our arts to bring the virtues of the elves with us as we marched.
And you had the One Ring.
Yes. And with it I forged an army. I led the charge against Sauron.
So as you can see, we're going straight into the past, where we're playing as the Elf Lord, and he has so much unique abilities to do. He doesn't really fight that much better than Talion, but he is got better abilities. And you get challenges here, so it says reach full wraith before time runs out and defeat 10 enemies with the Elven Rage, which is basically a rage mode for Celebrimbor. It's actually pretty cool. Talion can do it as well, but this is how you unlock it. You unlock it through here, and it's great. Great having that ability. You can actually do this as many times as you want, but you won't get the skill points until you've actually completed it and done the challenges. There's a lot spread out through the world of Middle Earth, so you can do them at any sitting or any time you want. And also there's the labyrinth doors, which basically give you unique weapons and items. So there you go, the Elven Mage is out. But anyway, this is the end of the video, guys, so I hope to see you in the next one. My name is clownloveoc. Peace, boys and girls.
The new ring, our ring, is not marred with his shadow. It is perfect